Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. Today we have another Empire versus Beastmen matchup. This time I did not bring the Hammer of Witches. That was the last couple of Beastmen armies that I had fought. Did not bring Minotaurs, so I had kind of thought that that was a bad idea. But of course, this time there's two of these Minotaurs with great weapons on the field. So we're just going to start off with my build. I've got Flying Goon Squad here with Flock of Doom. No other wizard on the field. Main line of 5 swordsmen, 2 spearmen on each flank, 2 halberdiers guarding each handgunner, and then an extra spear in the back. So you can see I'm making up for the lack of Hammer of Witches with a lot of anti-large damage here. And just with Flock of Doom, these spearmen will pay for themselves if I keep my Amber Wizard alive. Over here we of course have a Beastmen army led by Morgar, the best Beastmen lord currently, and backing him up is a bunch of Goreherd with shields. Love these guys, very cost effective unit. Supporting them is some Bestigor, who would love to either take out some heroes or some greatswords. Up for kind of meat shielding and for anti-large, he's got Ungor Spearherd. Great cost-effective unit, definitely better, definitely at least equal to, I think, the Empire Spears. He's got 2 of these Minotaurs with great weapons, and these guys have that anti-large bonus, so I definitely don't want my heroes getting caught by these guys. Out over here, he's got a 1 Centaur with great weapons, and flying in the air here, the Harpies. So between Morgar, the Harpies, and the Centaurs, lots of threats to my ranged force, and one of the biggest threats here on the field, this Bray Shaman of Beasts. And my beasts will be coming after him in this battle. And so, of course, with the air advantage, there's a couple of things you can do, and one of the best things you can do is scout. So you want to bring these guys straight in, scout for any stocked units early on, try and strike potentially at the Harpies if I can get these guys off the field, but they are faster than me, so might not be worth the time. You can see both of us here ignoring the hill in the middle. Whether that's to my advantage, I don't know. Handgunners do like the hill, because if I had set up on this hill, they could shoot over into the main line. But I figured there was enough large targets here on the field, as is, to have me not really worry too much about it. Here, Flock of Doom, going to be hitting all 3 of these units. But I did not overcast it, so there you can see it's going to end soon. You can see just how fast the Beastmen move. If you place it on the ground, like I usually do, it won't... they won't stay in it for the whole time, so it can be kind of a waste of Winds of Magic. And I just wanted to kind of keep his health up, and I didn't want him to get a miscast and start taking some damage early. But you can see these Centaurs with great weapons out on the flank, and if they just fighting by themselves against the Empire Knights will slaughter the Empire Knights. The Empire Knights don't really have a chance in this matchup. There's too much armor-piercing damage in these guys for that to work. Here we have another Flock of Doom coming down. Extended cast there, so you can see mostly just hit 1, but then hit these 2 kind of as halfway through. So, you know, dealing some damage. I'm almost more concerned about the Goreherd than I am the Bestigor, because I have so much unarmored, low-tier infantry on the field. Over here you can see Flock of Doom coming down. Good choice, weaken these guys up for a Harpy charge later on. My handgunners are opening fire. You can see no point in running away with the unit that he casted on. Tons of damage there. As the main line engages, I'm going to bring my Empire Knights in for a charge on these Goreherd. And going to do some good damage there, you can see. And missed the action there. I gave a quick charge to the Bray Shaman of Beasts, but I didn't realize these were Minotaurs with great weapons as I landed. So this is not looking good, as all this anti-large bonus damage is near my hero blob. These handgunners are trying to fire in over here, but they are obstructed, and you can see my knights running around. I do cast a Flock of Doom here, so I'm going to get a ton of good damage here on some very high value targets and just a spearman herd. But what this did is it did separate his very expensive units from his main line, and it's going to allow me to rear charge and start destroying these gore herd with shields. But you can see that just between the Flock of Doom and the Harpies, he's almost killed this handgunner unit. So one of the problems I'm going to have is these Minotaurs if I can't keep these handgunners alive. But you can see Morgar here coming in, disrupting these guys. The Chaos Spawn taking a beating against the Halberdiers, but it doesn't really matter because they're doing what they need to do. Here my hero blob easily routs all this cheap infantry in the middle, so doing their job, and I can't let that guy live to the late game, so you can see I wipe him out with a quick charge. You definitely want to keep your Minotaurs as great weapons nearby. And now with the Flock of Doom off the field, I can feel free to bunch up because I'm going to win that fight now. I have the magic advantage. You can see my spearmen just kind of waiting. I don't really need to engage them yet. I'm going to try and pull away here. But I don't know what my Pegasus Knight is doing. But he is not going to be as lucky as my two other heroes here. And oh god. That is a lot of angry beastmen. As he gets torn apart by all these Minotaurs, he's just going to rout out the field instantly. Really no hope for him left at this point. But there is this nice juicy blob that is far away from his Minotaurs, so that's where I'm gonna send my heroes. Drop a Flock of Doom as I come down, and then between the Terror and the Blood Roar of the Griffins, these guys are all gonna almost instantly rout. You can see just the best gore lasting a couple of seconds, but that's definitely the power of this hero combination here. You can get some devastating charges. Here he spawns some, turn my swordsman into Chaos Spawn. But I still have this one unit of handgunners, and they're opening fire here on these unshielded Minotaurs as great weapons, so they're going to be doing some work. And I have some Halberdiers in reserve, just in case they decide to pull through. Heroes up here on Overwatch. Empire Knights getting some rear charges. And just see more Flock of Doom. Like, this is just going to help me. 2 units of Bestigor, Ungor, and then 2 Minotaurs. So that is definitely paying for itself. Another great use of the Chaos Spawn here, spawning in the back lines. But I have so much spare infantry, I can kind of just charge them in. And then now my handgunners are free to open fire, and you can see they're already taking a ton of damage for a very expensive unit, but it is going to allow these Minotaurs to charge in here. So not going to be the best. You can see the Griffin getting stunned. But I have so much infantry here, they're going to be able to pull out successfully. And you can see here, now it's just a game of attrition. I have a ton of infantry left, and as long as I can keep my Ember Wizard alive, you can see he's still casting more and more Flocks of Doom. Non-overcast, because he's so low health. As long as I keep this guy alive, keep my Warrior Priest alive, I have so much anti-large here that really, these Minotaur and the Chaos Spawns aren't going to be able to do too much against me. See these trying to dodge away from the Minotaurs. But yeah, you can see just how powerful and versatile this Empire army is here. As just army losses here, only slightly in my favor. Start to begin to shatter these guys. Route them off the field. See my Warrior Priest still in there, almost dead. Sending some Halberdiers flying. But the Terror, and the morale penalty of being charged in the back is gonna send Morgar running. Smart guy. Oh my god, look how cool that is. Wish I wasn't so zoomed in. As the Griffin kind of like rears up its head. Anyways, let's head to the final battle screen here. You can see good kills here on one of these Empire Knights. Um, I think this is the one I sent after his Centaurs with great weapons, so didn't do too well. But this one hit his Gore Herd in the middle and did a ton of damage there. I mean, you can see surprisingly good kills on some of these swordsmen, considering what they were up against, and good kills here on these spearmen. Really just everything pulling its weight. Halberdiers doing some damage on Chaos Spawn is all I really ask, or Minotaurs is all I really ask of these guys. And you can see my handgunners here getting almost no kills, but doing the hit point damage on the Minotaurs and the Chaos Spawn that was needed to take them down. You can see here, pop the potion of the general and got a ton of hit points back. 91 kills on Morgar. It's probably so many more if you count all the kills on the Chaos Spawn, because they aren't in the final kill count. That'd be cool if CA could do that, like show you the kill count of summoned units. But especially the vampires, that could get pretty long of a list. And yeah, you can see these on Gore Herd just not doing as well as you would think going up against the swordsmen. Mostly because of the rear charges from the heroes and the flocks of doom. Is just going to make these guys hard to be cost effective. The Minotaurs getting pretty good kills, especially for like hero hunting as they were, and almost 100 kills on Morgar. You always get really good kills out of Morgar. But you can see these Bestigor just almost performing worse or equal to the Gore Herd. So definitely not paying for themselves here. Yeah, definitely. I guess he was expecting great swords or something of the sort, and these guys just weren't able to do it. Bestigor aren't actually the best high-tier infantry. They're kind of like great swords. They're middle level with black orcs, and I think Graveguard with great weapons above. You can see 0 kills here on this Bray Shaman of Beasts. That's what I wanted. Definitely have to shut down that Flock of Doom ASAP so you can start to win those blob fights. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. That's that.